The year is 2025. Global politics are a powder keg. Former US President Donald Trump, never one to shy away from controversy, reignites tensions with Ukraine. His target? President Volodymyr Zelenskyy. While the specifics of the clash remain murky, reports suggest a war of words, accusations and threats. This very public spat sent shockwaves across the international community. The transatlantic alliance, already strained, felt the pressure. The incident brought back memories of Trump's first impeachment. Back then, it was alleged that Trump pressured Zelenskyy to investigate his political rivals. This time, the stakes seemed even higher. The world watched, holding its breath, waiting to see how the drama would unfold. The United States, under the new administration, found itself in a difficult position. On the one hand, it wanted to distance itself from Trump's actions. On the other hand, it couldn't afford to alienate a key ally like Ukraine. The situation was a diplomatic tightrope walk. In stark contrast to the US's hesitant response, the European Union stood firm. They offered unwavering support to Zelenskyy and condemned Trump's actions. The EU, often criticized for its bureaucratic slowness, acted swiftly and decisively. They imposed sanctions, provided financial aid and strengthened diplomatic ties with Ukraine. This show of solidarity was not just symbolic, it was a clear message to the world. The EU had Ukraine's back. This assertive stance marked a turning point in EU foreign policy. No longer content to be a passive player on the world stage, the EU was ready to assert itself. The EU's response was lauded by many international observers. They saw it as a sign of the bloc's growing geopolitical clout. Some even went so far as to say that the EU had replaced the US as the guarantor of European security. The clash between Trump and Zelenskyy and the subsequent response from the EU had profound implications for international politics. It highlighted the shifting balance of power on the world stage. The US, once the undisputed global hegemon, was facing increasing competition from other actors, including the EU. The incident also underscored the importance of alliances in the 21st century. In an increasingly interconnected world, no country can go it alone. The EU's support for Ukraine was a testament to the power of collective action. More importantly, the events of 2025 served as a wake-up call for the transatlantic alliance. The relationship between the US and the EU, already strained by years of disagreements, needed to be repaired. The future of the West depended on it. As the dust settles on the Trump-Zelenskyy clash, the world looks to the future with a mix of hope and uncertainty. The EU's strong stance has injected new life into the transatlantic alliance, but challenges remain. The US and the EU must find a way to bridge their differences and present a united front to the world. Ukraine, caught in the middle of this geopolitical tug-of-war, faces an uncertain future. The country's fate hinges on the actions of its allies and the whims of global powers. One thing is for sure, the events of 2025 have irrevocably changed the geopolitical landscape. The world is watching.